Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, so like I always say, quick video, and actually this one should be fairly short. So in this one, we're just going to talk about how the cron jobs work, um, and it's fairly simple. So we're just going to go ahead and we're just going to type Plex Guide. And so what we did is in version 7.24. So if you're on that or up, you should be seeing this in the future. But the cron jobs are very easy to manage now. So the way it works is you're going to go ahead and queue up your apps. So let's do cron jobs for NetData and Nextcloud, and we're going to go ahead and deploy. So the way the cron jobs work is that if you have two or more, there will be a multi-cron job interface. If you only have one, there will only be one kind of quick interface for the one program that you're installing. So go ahead and pick that. So this is the main interface right here that you see. So it is pretty much simple. One, I have a reference that you can visit, cronplexguide.com. Um, and for majority of people that just want to get the containers up and going, you could say no, skip, right? Or you could say two, yes, manual select for each app. So what this is if you use PlexGuide for a while, it will ask you per individual app, what do you want to do? Weekly, daily, or do you want to skip it? For most of you that kind of want some kind of backup, you need to have, you can either select three or four. And if you select three, what it will do is for all the applications that you have queued, it will do a daily cron job. It will figure out a random hour and a random minute for you and just continuously back up your programs. If you're doing Plex and Plex is part of this, I would highly recommend not to do this. Probably, yeah, not daily. If you have Plex for any reason inside of your queue, go ahead and do the manual because you don't want Plex backing up daily. The backups can take quite a while. And then number four, weekly. So if you have those two apps, one may execute on Wednesday, one may execute on Friday, and it'll just pick a random hour and time. So what we're going to go ahead and do just for demo purposes here is we're just going to kind of go through the eaches. So we'll start with the manual process. So you can see that now it's asking me individually. See how it says net data? Do you want to do one? I'll say no, right? And then you see how it just comes up to the next one. So if you use the older Plex guide, it will kind of install the program, then bring it up. Install the program, bring it up. Kind of suck because you kind of had to sit around for the whole thing. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do yes for this one. And then you see how it's giving me the individual options. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to say daily. And we're going to go ahead and say 12 o'clock. So you see it kind of goes down into the weeds just for you, right? So we're just trying to make it easier. Okay, so you see how NetData installed, fast to the point, and here goes Nextcloud. So sorry, you kind of sit through this process a little bit. So while we're kind of waiting on that a little bit, just keep in mind that in order for your cron jobs to actually work, you need to configure G drive for rclone. And then also, I made this program a little intuitive. If you're running the local editions, like the multi HD and the solo HD, the cron job doesn't even come up. So I completely eliminated that. So makes that part easy for you. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and verify it. So all you have to do is type cron tab E if you just want to double check. And usually it's in order. So how there's Nextcloud. So there you go. It's executing on the day I wanted, and it's executing at noon and at 7 o'clock. I mean, basically 12:07 p.m. or 12:07 for global time zones. The reason the minute is always random is because you do not want these jobs executing at the same time, because you notice it's dropping a variable here. So if they're dropping at the same time, there's a chance that it may not execute. So that's the reason for the random minute. If you see the /1 right here, that means daily, right there. So it means daily. So you basically understand that piece. And actually, I was a little bit backwards on it. The minutes over here, the days over here. So I just noticed that these are the random minutes. Sorry, you get kind of caught up without the guide. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and exit right here. So we're gonna go ahead and execute another two programs. So PGBox, and we're gonna go ahead and deploy BookSonic and CA Advisor. being a little dyslexic here. It's not a program I typically install. Okay, I do deploy. And now we're going to do the daily. So we're going to go ahead and do 3. So you notice that it doesn't even bring up the question. See? Set PG role, set PG role, and basically that's because of the cron. And so that just makes it a lot easier for you. So sometimes you may not be in the mood. You just probably just want it to back up daily. Be aware too that when you have your programs backing up, you need disk space. So if you have like nzbgit, Sonar, just any of these programs just running, and your disk almost runs down to 0, it's possible that your server could almost stop. Well, it's pretty hard, but it can almost stop because it runs out of disk space. Most of your backups do not barely take up any space. Your biggest enemies that take up space will be Sonar, Radar, and Plex. So if you have like 100 terabytes of data, your Plex metadata alone could be like 25 to 30 gigs. If you have about 250 terabytes of data, your Plex metadata could be about 60 to 80 gigs. So you're going to have to keep that into consideration when these cron jobs are executing. Okay. And yeah, there's nothing really much I can do for you on that one. Because what happens is once it zips it up to a certain size, Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do one more. Actually, let's back out and let's look at what we got. Cron tab, TAC-E, and we'll scroll to the bottom. And you notice there's CA Advisor, and you could tell right here in BookSonic that it's executing daily because there's that /1, and it looks like this one will execute at 2 o'clock in the morning, and this one will execute at 6 o'clock at night, or 1800, and on the 1st minute and on the 50th minute. So kind of makes it easy for you. Okay, so next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do the weekly one, and we're gonna go ahead and pick some more programs here. So we're gonna do Jacket, Katana, whatever this one is, Mugsy Mux, and we're gonna do Mylar. Okay, and deploy. And trust me, I'm glad that this program has been made. PG Box, it took me a while, and then I kind of worked this piece because before it was just too much manual confirmations. So you can see here we just got 4 programs running. We're like, hey, we want these to deploy weekly, and see, you can see that CronJob. So basically, it's just doing the whole random factors. Now 4 programs are installing, and then at the end of the Cron tab E, we should be able to see all that set as we have selected. Okay. But other than that, I really hope you're enjoying the use of this program. Like I said, motivation always comes from all you guys, and yeah, it's just been a great learning project for me. So it's not a money maker at all. If I factor it in, it's almost like making like 5 cents an hour. So, but I do appreciate the people, providing tech support and coding and definitely donating. So like right now, I'm running like cloud instances, and like I said, those costs help. And actually, like even this like recording program costs $200. The snippet program that does this stuff that's cost another $40. So you'd be surprised how much this stuff adds up. Okay, so we're gonna go to Cron tab E, and there you go. So you could see that this will so if you see 0, I believe that means Sunday. Yeah, because it kind of starts. So it goes from 0 to 6. So you'll notice that these 4 programs are listed here, just as we put it. And this one will execute Sunday. I think that's Tuesday. I believe that one is Friday maybe, and this one's Thursday. So, and you can see that this will be 9 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and then you can see the minutes it executes. So other than that, just make sure that your rclone for your G drive is configured, and you'll be good to go. And like I said, the backup jobs will occur for you, and you have less to worry about for recovery reasons. If you see a little icon thing, please subscribe, save. If you have a minute to comment, donate, any of those things to help out the community, we greatly appreciate it. So at the end of the day, we just care that you know more. It's not really about just always running this program, but it's just really about enhancing your knowledge of Linux. So, because like I said, you're barely a year and a half ago. I didn't even know what sudo was. So you can see the obsession in trying to get this project accomplished. I appreciate your time. Have a good one.